morning stream. Early morning stream. Sorry, I got like an echo because I'm trying to test the audio. Let me just make sure the audio is working. Definitely looks like it is. Okay. Alright. How's everyone doing? This fine morning? Or evening, I don't know. Depends on where you're. Or maybe midnight. If you live that far away. I'm going off of East Coast time, so it's like morning where I am. East Coast American time, that is. Alright, so I'd like to give you a warm welcome to a prototype. So by the way, this is actually part of a course I took like months ago from Games Plus James on Udemy. This course is actually, in my personal opinion, well made. And this is a what just happened? Why is this like taking up my screen? Hold on. I don't know why I just did that, honestly. For some odd reason my layout was like messed up. So what I want to focus on here is give you a run through of what I did. Okay. I do have the controller working, and we'll show you how that's set up in a few. So as you can see, this is my bullet. So you can use your RB button to dash. You can use your right trigger to shoot. And that's obviously your left control stick to move, right control stick to aim. The setup is pretty much the same for keyboard and mouse. Although keyboard and mouse is generally faster, that's sort of a thing I saw in like the earlier Unity input system. Okay, so then this is like the UI. So you can resume the game, you can go to the main menu, which I don't really want to do at the moment. Okay. You can also use the controller to move your menu items. This actually wasn't part of the course, I actually developed this on my own. And by the way, the new input system, which is actually what this is using, isn't really a part of the course. Like, all this was like I had to like figure out from scratch. So I guess I'm really not stuck in a tutorial hell. I know I like to make a big deal about that a lot whenever I talk to other game dev streamers, but in reality, I don't think I really am. I don't think that really fits. Okay. One thing I want to talk about is changing some of the fonts, because I know they are a bit hard to read. Okay. And the buttons aren't really that well made either, so we're gonna have to look at that as well. I do have enemies and everything else going on. My idea still stands. I want to make it like an endless survival mode. The health bar is okay. I'd rather move it down here and make it bigger. A mini-map doesn't really make that much sense. Actually, a map in general doesn't make a lot of sense. So we'll have to figure out how to skirt around that issue. Okay. That's enough of that. Let's actually look at some of the stuff that I did. Alright, so let's go back and review a lot of this stuff here. So Okay, so let's first look at the player controller, because that's where everything starts. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm using Unity 2D. And that actually is like what's running the project, using mono behavior, the singleton design pattern, so that there can only be like one single instance of a class at any given time. Don't know if I'm using this anywhere. I guess I used to be, right? But I guess not anymore. Oh, I know what this is. This is like, I was trying out the rewired system, but apparently that didn't really work out. So, deciding to not use that after all. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of all these comments because they're all kind of meaningless. Handle move, let's figure out what this is called. Okay, so handle move is, you can only do that when the can move Boolean field is set to true. And, you're not paused. It's a public variable, so this is being set elsewhere. Okay, so let's look at handle move. Like I said, the course used the old input system, so that only worked with, I mean, you could use a controller, but I wasn't able to get the right thumbstick to aim properly, so I decided to like, okay, well, if I can't get it to work in the old one, I might as well try the new one, because there's a lot more support for it, so I was able to figure it out. So let's get rid of all this stuff, because all that's like part of the old input system. I don't know why I have it commented out. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So the shooting mechanic doesn't happen here. Okay, this needs to be changed. So I haven't ported everything over yet, because there's still no way you can like change your gun. So we'll leave that in here for now, but for now, let us get rid of this. Everything gets like commented out, just so that we have more room, and it makes more, it's way more legible. Okay, so I'll add it to you, because we still have to port this to the new input system. I don't think I'm quite finished with that yet. I thought I was, but apparently not. Okay, so let's go in here and see how this works. So, this here, so if you noticed here, ignore all the errors for now. We can dash, and when you are dashing, you want certain things to occur, or certain things not to occur. So that's what dashing is. And apparently you can only dash like a certain amount of time. So, okay. Okay, so we set this up here, set that up here. Okay, it's been a while since I even looked at this, so you're gonna have to give me one sec. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Please follow me if you find this stuff interesting. I hope I categorize this right, honestly. Okay, so handle dashing actually performs the dashing. Hey, just saying hi, hope it's going well. Yeah, actually it is. I just like woke up an hour ago, got some coffee. The only coffee shop that was like open was Tim Hortons, and I only drank like 25% of it. That sounds kind of weird, but I'm like still running on 25% of coffee. Iced coffee. I used to be able to drink hot coffee, but I don't know, that doesn't really work for me. Iced coffee is way better. I feel like that's like super subjective. I can go on forever about coffee. I love coffee. I'm like addicted. Thanks for playing my game, by the way. Stream feedback. Music is relatively loud. Is it really? Hold on, let me turn it down. Alright, how's that? Is that better? I don't know, like, in OBS, the desktop audio is actually what controls it. Pretty sure. Now it's almost gone. Okay, so I put it like way down. Alright. Now it's almost gone. It's better, but you can have it somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle. Okay, so one thing oh, wait, it actually does right here. Okay, so it goes by decibel system. Right now, as it has a 14.1. Hold on, let me actually see. I feel like it'll be easier if I actually try this. 14.1. Hold on, let me actually see. I feel like it'll be easier if I actually try this. 14. That actually sounds better to me. Hold on. I would like to know your feedback, though. Is there like a way you can like monitor that in real time? Because, like I said, I haven't streamed in like forever, so I'm like relatively new to this. This is fine, I think. Yeah, okay. I mean, I agree. I'm using copyright-free music on YouTube, but what I've noticed is like sometimes it doesn't really work. Like sometimes, like back when I streamed on Facebook after Twitch for like a year, and whenever I played copyright music, Facebook like punished me for it for some odd reason. I don't know. I just selected like a random track that's apparently copyright free. I don't have a good way of checking volumes. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so I'm just gonna get rid of all the commented stuff. Actually, I'll leave that in here. In a little bit, okay, so what were we doing before? We're going through handle dashing. So all this does is like, okay, well, if they perform it, which comes from the new input system's context. I'm using like Unity events to run the new input system. Honestly, it's like the best way to do it in my opinion. Just makes more sense. And they have to be private apparently. Actually, no, is this really it? Oh, wait, I know it. Oh, I see what oh, wait, okay. It's not private. So, in order for Unity... Okay, so this isn't private. Here, I'll show you why in a sec. Let me go to my player, just like right here. So my player input right here. Here are my events, right? Literally here. You got the player move, player look. I don't know why this is empty. I don't know why this is empty, but I'm still able to like fire my button. So I gotta understand why I did that way. Oh, I see. I know why this is empty. Okay, so in your player, in your gun hand, in your pistol. Okay, so there's like many different ways to use the new input system. So let's actually go in here, because that's my next segue. Got all these open. Okay. By the way, your game is super addicting, if you're still watching. Like, I love your game. Like, I play, it works really well on the Steam Deck. I don't know how to stream from the Steam Deck, but it works really well on there. So I've been playing it on that more. I think I have like, how many hours do I have on it? I haven't checked. God damn. Hold on, my alarm is going off. Okay. I am pretty excited for your sequel. One thing about game development is whenever somebody else develops a game, like I'm a software engineer by trade, and I never get jealous of anybody, right? That's like, I don't really have like an ego. That makes me odd, because a lot of people in my field do. So I never, but there is like a small amount. Like when somebody else does something better than me, I do get a little jealous, but I never act on it. With game development, that's not even like real, you know, I don't get jealous. If anything, I get inspired, which is... Playtests are going really well, so it's looking good. Hey, definitely looking forward to it, dude. Hey, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely continue watching your content from time to time. Wishlisted it for sure. Okay, so looking like, yeah, there's another game that I'm excited for too. It's called Flowstone Saga. It's a JRPG with a Tetris battle system. Once it really, the release date's July. At least that's what the Steam page says. It's tentative, so I'm not 100% sure if that's true. So I'm definitely going to be playing that. And there's indie games are definitely taking off. The AAA game industry is definitely slowing down. Like, there's a lot of layoffs and everything there, but I feel like that's because there's been a huge backlash towards microtransactions and rushed games. So like when a AAA game releases, it ends up broken, but they don't really care because, well, like I'm talking about EA specifically, they don't really care because people will still play it anyway. And now it's like, okay, this is old. And so now it's like, okay, well, eventually people are gonna catch on, because it feels like a scam, you know what I mean? And so, and by the way, I'm not like in favor of any game developer getting laid off, okay? I do blame it on bad management. And that's another reason why indie games tend to do better. It's because they're not really bogged down by high-level executives. I might be 100% wrong on everything I said, so I don't know. Feel free to correct me. But I've been watching a lot of videos on the phenomenon. Okay, so what was I even doing here? Okay, so the reason why is because we have the fire action, which is what we don't paste in. but we do paste in the player input. I do plan on refactoring this event. This is not like the final product, by the way. I want to refactor. I'm gonna like serialize field everything. I think that's a better way of doing stuff. Okay, so player input is what this is here. Firepoint. Okay, so this is all from the old. This all works the same way. New input system or old, doesn't really matter. So we pass the player input in, and all this stuff is the same. This is what I was talking about. We want the fire action. So we get the fire action on the start method. Should I put this in awake, or does it like not really matter? I feel like this will run no matter what. Start happens first no matter what, and then update happens next. Okay, so then if they can move and it's not paused, when I put player into follow player, Cinemachine 2D camera. Hold on, let me see what you said. When I put player into follow player in Cinemachine 2D camera, the camera isn't following what I am doing. Wait, when I put player into follow... Sorry, it's still like super early in the morning. When I put player into follow player in Cinemachine 2D camera, the camera isn't following... What am I doing wrong? To be honest with you, I've only used Cinemachine twice. By the way, this project does not use Cinemachine. At least I don't think it does. I just use like a simple camera follow script. Cinemachine... Are you... Okay, so... Cinemachine 2D camera, the camera... I don't know, I feel like that there's probably something in there that's... I'm still new to Cinemachine, okay? Like, it's more advanced than I let on. This is like my first game and I'm trying to keep it simple, so... I feel like throwing Cinemachine in here is gonna... You know, throw things off. I'm a noob too, no sweat. Yeah, right. The reason, okay, so let me actually tell you guys a story here. So, you know, before game development, I've been doing like full stack development on side projects. I mean, I do it regularly too for my everyday job, but then, you know, but I did game recreationally, like. So let's start with where it started out, right? So I played the Wind Waker. Like, I'm a huge Zelda fan, and I've been like just trying to 100% Breath of the Wild. It took me like almost a year. Don't even try. And I liked it. It was fun. So, and I played Skyward Sword HD, right? That was like I 100% of that one. Took me like a month. I followed a Zelda dungeon guide. So fast forward. So now I was waiting for Twilight Princess and Wind Waker to release on the Switch. There were a bunch of articles and YouTubers speculating on whether or not it's going to happen. So I was constantly following that. I like every Nintendo Direct was an important day for me. It wasn't until the September 17th Direct I was like, wait, where's the... There's no Zelda news. They didn't announce Tears of the Kingdom, which... I'm not gonna get too much into that. I mean, I liked it, but, you know. I was actually hoping for Wind Waker and Twilight Princess to release in a pack. That wasn't even announced. I mean, there were speculations that there were insiders, I put that in quotes, insiders, saying that, okay, well, these games are done. Nintendo's just trying to find a perfect time to release them. And in 2022, I like the old school Zelda flow. The new, yeah, I mean, the new one is, I want to say it's different. It's like more evolved. It's definitely different, right? And it takes a while getting. I didn't like it at first when I first started playing it, but it did take me a while. It's one of those games that it's all about exploration. Like, you have to do something else in the background. So this was back when I was in school when I first started playing it in 2020. like, whenever I was sitting through lectures, I just played Breath of the Wild on silent mode, and I found myself being able to focus more on the lecture when I was doing that. So yeah, it was definitely, that's why I was able to like 100% it, because I was just, you know, and it worked. I mean, I was able to retain more information in lectures. So yeah, I mean, it's just like a different way you have to play it. It's not. Have you heard of the PC port? 60 frames per second and high resolutions shaders for Breath of the Wild? Yeah, I have actually. I remember seeing a video on it somewhere. Oh, Ocarina of Time. Wait, are you talking about the one that was like made in Unreal Engine? Yeah, how many videos are there of that? Or talking about the original? Yeah, how many videos are there of that? Huh. No. But that is pretty cool though. 60 frames per second. You have to check it out. It's called Ship of Harkian. Why don't we do that now? Do you have like a link to the video? Or actually I can just like Google it. It's all good. We'll watch together. Ship of Harkian PC full port. Here, I have it right here.
The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time is largely considered.
Hopefully none of this is copyrighted. If you're a Zelda fan,
however, there have been fewer and less
this is
reliable
absolutely
ways to play this game
amazing.
officially, thanks to Nintendo's lack of awareness and support for their community. In 2021, the original Nintendo 64 ROM was fully decompiled, allowing for a handful of PC ports of the game to be developed. Of these, Ship of Harkinian is often considered the best way to play Ocarina of Time in the modern day due to its wide variety of features, enhancements, and community supports. This video will be an in-depth guide on how to install and set up the Ship of Harkinian PC port, how to install a custom 4K texture pack, as well as an overview of some of its most important features. Timestamps are included below for your convenience, and without further ado, let's get started.
Okay.
First of all, what is Ship of Harkinian? Ship of Harkinian is a fan-made unofficial PC port for The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
I might have heard of this
developed by a team
before.
Called Harbour Masters. While it is a port of the original N64 version, it comes with a slew of enhancements which make it the best way to play the game on modern hardware.
Okay, yeah, so that's the gist. It's like a PC port. Okay, that's another thing. Aren't Nintendo... Sorry about that. Give me one sec. Isn't Nintendo like copyright sharks? How long has this thing been out for? Like... I just hope it doesn't get taken down though, like, because I know Nintendo's like really serious about that. Yeah, so as I was saying, I was annoyed with Nintendo because they didn't release Nintendo for a year or two. Me too. Yeah, so I was like annoyed with Nintendo because they didn't release Wind Waker on the Switch, right? I wanted to play Wind Waker. Also, around this time, I was like big into The Witcher. Well, I started watching the Netflix show. The first season was amazing. Okay, so all this is related to like why I got into game development, because and the reason I wanted to check out The Witcher is because I was a huge Game of Thrones fan and I needed a fantasy fix because, you know, season 8 left me hollow. And so when I saw The Witcher, I was like, okay, this is definitely new. So I watched The Witcher. I liked season 1. Okay, season 1 was... The parallel timelines was a bit confusing to me, but you sort of figure it out, like, later. Henry Cavill was amazing. Okay, he definitely was made for the role. And I'm not gonna watch season 4 because of everything that went down. Season 2, I mean, everything with Henry Cavill is good. Yennefer, I liked her better in season 1 for some reason. Didn't really like her in season 2. I mean, she was okay. I haven't beat The Witcher 3 yet. Oh, it's a really good game, honestly. The Witcher. Yeah, it's really fun. So, you know, after watching seasons 1 and 2, the next logical step was for me to play The Witcher 3, and so that's what I did. I played The Witcher 3, and I was like, whoa, okay, this came out in like 2015, and around then I was waiting for Mass Effect Andromeda to come out, so I should have played this, because this was a way better RPG. Like, and it still stood the test of time. Apparently it's like one of the best games ever made, according to its Wikipedia article. And yeah, I could totally see why that is. And yeah, the story and everything was great. So, but I couldn't really get enough. I wanted to know more about The Witcher, because The Witcher wasn't really like an original IP. The show was actually based on the book series, and the games take place after the book series. So then I realized, wait a sec. They didn't create their own story, but they adapted it from a source material. And so that started me down a rabbit hole of finding out series that were adapted from books. Right, so I wanted to know how many games were based directly on books. Like, not even a TV show, not a movie. Like, they didn't go from a book to a movie to a game, but it just went straight from like a book to a game. And The Witcher was on there, because, I mean, Netflix adapted it later, but the games came out first from the book. Then there's Metro Dying Light. All these games were like well made, like deep lore, deep story. Those are the kind of games I like. I didn't play Metro yet. I will eventually. And so I was like, okay. The part, I mean, I tried game development before, but the part where I struggled was coming up with a plot. Because I always found RPGs fun and interesting. I just was not a good writer for the life of me. Right, so that's where I always fell flat. Then, after playing The Witcher, that sort of inspired me to, you know, maybe there is hope for me yet. Couple that with the fact that Zelda didn't release for the Switch, and so then I thought, wait, what if The Witcher used Wind Waker graphics? Like cel-shaded graphics, because that's the kind of game I wanted to build at the time. I still do, but eventually. I feel like for the first game, that's a little bit tricky. So those two events occurred, and that really like sparked an interest in game development for me, but not enough to actually like download Unity and start using it. Like really get into it. If you can will it, you can do it. Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna do it for sure, but I'm still like new at this, and it'll happen. It's definitely gonna happen for sure, yeah. And so the next thing that happened was, and also around that year, House of the Dragon released, like the first season. Like, I don't know, these headphones make my ears itch. Moving at the pace of a turtle. Yeah, it's kind of hard to like, if you have a full-time job or anything that's like, and this is like you can only do this on, yeah, like that's just, game development is hard. Game dev is like super hard. Like it's, and so that's, I guess that's like part of the course when you're doing this on the weekends. Like I only like have like weekends dedicated to this, so yeah, it's definitely like super, yeah, I'm with you there. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, that. So then House of the Dragon released, and I wondered, what if, so then I had another thought. What if The Witcher, and what if CD Projekt Red made a game that was like The Witcher? I'm sorry, they made a game that was set in the Martinverse, in the World of Ice and Fire. Like, how sick would that be? Like, you could just play as like a hedge knight. Like, they could adapt like Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. So, apparently they're not going to do that, which sucks, because they already have their own, like, Game of Thrones. I don't want Bethesda to do it, because, actually, I guess Bethesda could pass it off. The only way that, yeah, that's the thing, like, these guys have, like, these guys are super creative on the next level. And so I took a few steps back and thought to myself, wait, what if I were to make like a Zelda-like game set in the world of Ice and Fire? That would be super slick, wouldn't it? A Zelda-like game set in the Game of Thrones universe. It still has like a deep lore. Yes, 100%. It doesn't have to be set in the world, but it can definitely be like, And so that's where my spark sort of came in. And then I played Vampire Survivor, and that was actually the straw that broke the camel's back. So there's a lot of different things that, so long story short, there's like a ton of different things that made me like jump in head first into game development. And I bought a book that was on sale. It was like a general introduction to Unity. Like the first project was like building like a first-person shooter, then a 2D platformer. I didn't really like platformers much, but I then found a tutorial for a top-down 2D game from Chris Tutorials, who's, I guess, what was the size of the straw? What size was a piece of straw? It was as big as a, I mean, I don't know. If I were to say, it was like probably a sugar cane, a bit like a log, an oak tree. I don't know. It was pretty big though. Like it was huge. It's a figure of speech. It's like saying, okay, well, the thing that actually makes you like do something. I don't know. Anyway. So, let's think about this. Where was I going from here? Okay, so yeah, then I just started watching a bunch of tutorials, and I was like, okay, now I'm officially in. Now this is like something I'm gonna do as a side project. So, and here we are. I did a bunch. Okay, so then, you know, I'm not gonna get into the whole like Unity doing its like. I took a 1-month break from Unity and switched to Unreal, because like I don't know if you're familiar with the their new pricing model. The way they rolled it out really annoyed me because it felt like they were pulling the rug out from people. It wouldn't have affected me, but I knew it would eventually if I kept with it. So I was like, until they refine it and, you know, address those issues a lot of people pointed out, then I'm gonna switch to Unreal Engine. And if they don't do anything, if they stick with that model and just keep doing their weird shenanigans, like if they keep being greedy, I'm just gonna abandon Unity for good and just use Unreal Engine. But it turned out that Unity actually did come around. They got rid of their CEO, who greenlit the plan. Because what he did was pretty disgusting. He like sold all his shares before they announced the plan officially. That I realized, okay, well, if they knew it was going to be received terribly, then of course it didn't bode well. So him leaving the company, or him getting let go or whatever, inspired me to come back to Unity. And yeah, now I'm like, see, I like the engine. The engine is great, no complaints. If I really have to like find something wrong with the engine, I have to like nitpick. But now it's the higher ups at the company that really are the problem. And honestly, I feel like they're doing some house cleaning, because I am excited for some of the new stuff that's coming out, like some of the AI tools, you know, the ones that help with animations and stuff. Super useful. they said if you run into copyright, if you run into like, if someone comes after you with a copyright notice, they'll stand with you. Will they actually stand with you? I don't know. So if I sound really nervous, I'm sorry, because I never really talk, and I haven't, like, over the years I sort of became introverted. I guess I'll get used to it, you know? This is why I'm doing this again, because I feel like being introverted is not a good thing. Alright. I mean, it has its way. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I'm just, like, not much of a talker. It's probably why you saw me do a bunch of silent streams. But the thing is, they don't really gain a lot of it. They don't garner a lot of views. You know? Okay. So, let's see, what are we doing here? I don't mean to take away from your progress. Can't wait to see what you come up with. No, you're fine, dude. I actually enjoy talking about myself. I mean, I feel like if I just start making game dev streams and not explain my motivation behind it, then, I mean, what am I even doing, right? It sort of helps me, like, reassess my progress. So no, if anything, you're actually helping me. This is good, because it helps me, like, this is why I also stream, to stay productive. When I do stuff off stream, I get tired, distracted. Like, I see something on YouTube and I have to click on it, you know? So, yeah. And also, I've been like, in 2021 and 2022, like, super political, you know what I mean? Like, I've been obsessed with politics. Like, it was bad. Really bad. Just, I've been watching so many, like, political videos, and it nearly broke me. Now I'm, like, coming out of that, and it feels good. Okay. But I don't really want to get into that, you know? It's a long story. I was like that, then I control. Yeah, that's the solution. That's what we gotta do, right? Just gotta control, delete the government. Exactly. Yeah. I just want to, like, forget everything I saw in 2021 and 2022 and just, like, go back to the way I was in 2019. This video is offensive. When I found out there's a hamburger on YouTube videos that say I find this video... Oh, I gotta do that. I mean, I'll probably do that to a lot of the conservative videos, which is what I used to watch. Oh my god. Are you familiar with Tim Pool? I swear to god, that guy, like, every time I watch his new videos, I feel like I need a Xanax, because he is insane. Like, I can't stand Tim Pool anymore. Because it's like all these people, all they want is, like, views. You know what I mean? They just want, like, they just want attention. Like, they don't actually care about policy, they just care about, like, annoying people. Annoying, yeah, like... I mean, both sides are like this, but it's... I feel like the right has gotten so extreme and insane. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Like, it's pretty bad. I was in an echo chamber is what I was trying to say. And it took me a while to break out of it. We don't want to talk about that. Alright, anyway. Ever since I stopped seeing government, I'm like a powerhouse. Hey! Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do too. I'm trying to get out of that, like, bubble. How do you... Okay, so every time something major happens, like a celebrity says something super controversial and they, like, become a Fox News darling, how do you, like, ignore that? I may or may not be talking about Kanye West, or Ye, or whatever the hell he wants to call himself. Like, that's the thing. That's like what always pulls me back in, no matter how far I try to climb out. Okay, yeah, hamburger button. That's the one. That being said, not all political content is bad. The algorithm will adapt to what you like and what you do not like. Yeah, true, true. But I mean, I'll give credit where it's due. I do find like videos like The Majority Report and Secular Talk and you know, those guys, I find them really instrumental in pulling me out of that echo chamber. And yeah, like, they really helped me get through that. It was... I didn't realize how much of an idiot I was. Oh my god. But yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll, like, mark all right-wing content offensive. Well, not all, but, like, the ones I mentioned specifically, I'll mark them as offensive, and keep the progressive ones there. Now, I don't really agree with them on economics. They have pretty spicy takes. But as far as like social issues go, I'm with them 100%. Yeah, but I don't really want to get into that. I feel like that'll cause controversy. Okay. So, let's go back here and see what we have here. So here, we have the player controller. We're not going to clean anything up just yet, but what I wanted to like really highlight here is how the user can shoot their gun. So like right here, so the only difference here is that, okay, so what actually determines whether someone, yeah, after a couple, it won't show stuff like that anymore. Okay, so I guess I just need to give it time to do its thing. Yeah, that's true. If the action is pressed, what do you do? If the action is pressed, well then this part's the same. It literally just performs an action once. And, you know, if you press a fire action, if you press the fire... Also, yeah, not to get too sidetracked from this, but, like, I feel like when I was in college, I was forced to take a lot of humanities courses, and I feel like that sort of accelerated, because they fed you a lot of, like... Google is Google Gemini. Google is Google Gemini and paste this part and state what you're aiming for. I use ChatGPT, but do you think Google Gemini is better? Like, is that actually like better for coding? Actually, I use 3 AIs. I use Bing AI, I use ChatGPT, and then I have used Google Gemini to summarize YouTube videos. But yeah, that's generally like prompt engineering. Also an extension that is, oh, Codium. How many are there? Can't you see? Is a Visual Studio proper? You know what? That's interesting. Let's actually look at this. Generating code reviews for busy devs. Based on prompts. Gets non-trivial findings and trivia to suggest right inside your IDE or Git platform, so you can code smart and stay confident when you push. Oh, this is like Visual Studio Code. I don't really use VS Code. I don't think I have that on here. I like Visual Studio better because, like, it's not really about the editor. It's been what I've been using for Unity for forever now. enjoy the power of AI. I use Visual Studio Code for other stuff, but like, I use it with Unity, but I find Visual Studio more useful because everything like works out of the box. Write code that you meant to, blah blah blah. Okay, so this is just explain what it is. All right. But yeah, that is interesting. I'll definitely look at that. True, yeah. Bro, these AI tools especially for like game, if you know how to use them properly, see that's the caveat here. If you know how to use them properly, like if you know exactly what you're asking for, and you give them like precise English instructions, it's basically programming, like a higher level of programming, right? So if you describe exactly what you want to do in English, it'll give you that in code. Like, so you still have to like learn how to code in order to understand what you're specifically asking. Because like once you understand the foundation, it's all about syntax. So you know what you want to do and how to get there, but you don't know the syntax. That's where these tools come in. Okay. And I do use it, and it's also really good for like documentation, because that's, in my personal opinion, completely mundane. Important, but mundane. I'm not gonna like open my ChatGPT, but let me show you an example. Most of the AI are trained on data codium as that, but it's trained on encoding to understand coding and also explain the code and fix correct code if there are errors. True. Yeah, like I said, I'll check it out. Actually, why don't we do this? Why don't I just like document stuff? Because my brain's not really working apparently. Today's Saturday and I feel like it's been a long week. So why don't we just like stick to easy things? And by the way, I don't really like do a lot of like actual live, like I've done a couple of streams that were technically live, but I was just like following a tutorial. I wasn't actually like doing anything myself. Yeah, so this is what I mean. I mean, like, okay, so it gives you the summary of it. I don't know if you consider this too many comments, but I do find this helpful, especially for like coming back a year later to maintain it. Alright, so let's do the same thing here. Okay, I'm gonna let it. You have to like keep watching it while it does it. It's really weird. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so fire action, and you can actually like directly map stuff too. That's how the new input system is amazing. Okay. I feel like I'm sort of getting better with the new input system though. I'll give myself, not to pat myself on the back, but I feel like... Alright, so why don't we try this out? I feel like this actually runs with the controller. I don't have a PS4 controller or PS5, whatever the new one, PS5, PlayStation, I don't know what they're actually called, but I'll just call it a PlayStation controller. I think it's like an XR controller. I don't really have one, but you know. So yeah, I do have my movement working. This is not, I'm not going to use these sprites. This is just like what came with the course. Isn't it? Like, isn't the movement sick? Okay, so that's how it works right now. I do have enemies and a bunch in different levels, but I don't really... Wait, do I actually have them on here? I'm pretty sure I do. See, what I did was I moved this to another computer and I worked on it there. And I didn't really do that much. It was just more of the same stuff. It was like more of the same things. Are these... These are just sprites. Actually, let's try going through one and see how that works. Okay, so these are like... These are like not even real. Okay. So this asset pack I actually bought on the Unity Asset Store. So this actually, like the tile set, but the character came with the course, and so did the weapons. All right, so what I want to do here is I want to, not do that. Yeah, they do. So we're gonna add. Let's see. I feel like a box glider makes the most sense. And let's make sure my prefabs folder. This actually is good. Wait a sec. Level objects, level essentials. Nope, not there. Definitely not there. Rooms that I don't really like the room layout part of the course. It was like too much of a dungeon crawler. That's what this was, but the thing that drew me into it was the player controller and just the player and combat. So I found that fun. Okay. Let's see. Level essentials. I just looked at that. It's not okay. So let's go into here. Level objects. That's what this is. Before we do anything, let's go here. So this is not. So this is a box glider. It's not a trigger, right? So let's make it make more. So wait, don't scale it. Let's move it down a bit. Let's move it this way, this way. Okay, so after I do that, I'm gonna like get rid of these and just use this one instead. It's not a trigger. Yeah, you kind of already established that. I mean, all right, let's you know what? Let's take this and move it down here. That's a pipe. Why am I hearing Halloween music? It's not even Halloween yet. It feels that way though, because I was like doing stuff earlier. Well, I mean, I don't know, time's just moving faster for me for whatever reason. Okay, so we have a collidable pipe. So let's take a look and see. Let's move this down a bit here. I don't know, that looks terrible. Let's move it this way. Alright, I swear it might, like, space dimension. Okay, that's good. Maybe we can move a little this way. What do you think? Like that, maybe? Alright. I really hope this music is like copyright free because I don't have any copyright strikes and I don't plan on getting copyrighted for anything. It did say copyright free, so you know I'm somewhat confident that it's copyright free. Okay, so we need to rotate this. Right now, is it? I think it's the y-axis, right? Hold on. You can actually use the rotate tool. Oh, no. I just want to know like what rotates, but apparently it's the y-axis. That's what I was trying to do. Alright, student ID. Where'd it go? Disappeared. Okay, how do I rotate this though? Oh. Okay, that does the exact opposite. Is it this? Okay, so 90 degrees. Oh, duh. Sorry, I suck at math apparently. It's 180. Okay. So what I'll do here is I'll just like look at that. And I'll just move whatever this is, this pipe right here, and I'll just move it up here. And move that right there. I haven't decided if I wanted like pipes. I don't know, I feel like that's good for now. Okay. Now. So I don't want to beat this to a dead horse, but I just assigned a fire action to that. Okay. Now let's go to the next thing. So we know how moving works. We know switch guns doesn't really use the new input system, so we're gonna have to change that. This is like super old because it uses the old input system, so I'm just gonna like delete this. And yeah, we're just gonna, I think for today what I just want to do is add like comments. Handle move. I feel like this needs to be commented thoroughly. Give me like 1 sec. Please comment this. Here's the commented version, okay. You can use AI to like comment your code. So now people used to yell at me, hey, you don't comment your code. Guess they don't yell at me anymore. Dude, you're doing really well. You seem to me like a pro to me. I mean, I wouldn't say a pro necessarily. I appreciate the sentiment, I really do. I'm still kinda new. Like, if you were to ask me like complicated questions on like, hey, like, you asked me something earlier, I remember it was like the what was it? Cinemachine. I mean that I'd have to do so much an exhaustive amount of research on that, just or follow like a tutorial and set it up exactly that way. But if I like stray too far from that, I wouldn't be able to do it. Okay, hold on. I was gonna say Brackeys, but Brackeys doesn't really do Unity anymore. And I don't think, he said he's coming back. He announced his comeback, but what I found helpful though was this. You have a channel? Let me actually follow you. There we go. Yeah, I followed you back. I appreciate the follow though. I am interested though in what you're doing too. I would love to see it. Trying to find something here. Hold on. Where even is it? Ah, here it is. I swear, did he unlisted? No, he didn't. Okay, so this actually might be a bit helpful. This is actually like what introduced me to Cinemachine for the very first time. So you might actually like find some it's 2022, and so the names might be a bit different, but pretty sure that sometimes simple is better, but you know, it might be a bit simple depending on how your implementation is, but you know, I'll give it a look now and see. It's like, how long is this video? I should have checked. I think it's like an hour long, but you know. He doesn't explain Cinemachine necessarily, but he does show you a setup and stuff, so it might be interesting to check it out. Let's see. Please comment. So my goal today is just to comment all the stuff. Just add comments everywhere so we can, like, we're more organized. I'm not gonna make any hard promises as to like how long I'll stream because my estimations are, like, as you can tell, terrible. If you watch my previous videos, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what we need? Oh, that's another thing. We don't have that many, like, overwhelmingly positive games. Like The Witcher. We need more of that. And I'll keep harping about The Witcher, but it's true. Okay. The thing that's missing in the game dev space, like the modern game developer world, that the AAA industry, yeah, that's what I'm saying, AAA industry is passion and love for storytelling. I know they like to pretend they care about that, but in reality, do they really? Like, it's all, I feel like the developers do, but the management doesn't, so there's like a clear disconnect there. By the way, if I'm saying something wrong, please anybody correct me. So I don't want to be, you know, I like to be accurate when I say stuff. I know this is like super dry, but at the same time super, no. What did I do? Please comment. Okay. Right now I'm using GPT 3.5 because it's faster. Let's use GPT 4. It's now doing the exact opposite of what I'm asking it to do. Okay, so switching to GPT-4 was not really... No. Okay, let me just yell at it. Okay. I do like this music selection. So we don't need this in here anymore because it already exists in another file. Okay, so there's a bunch of other stuff we have not commented, so let's do that. Yeah, so if anyone wants to like talk about anything, like what's new in the game dev world? I know Godot is like gaining popularity. What do you guys think? Is Godot good? Is it actually like worth the hype? Okay, so I was actually tempted to try Godot when the Unity debacle started, but I chose Unreal Engine instead because that was the one I was like the most familiar with, and they actually seemed to care about their developers. And I agreed more with their pricing model. I know it's definitely more than Unity's. Like, if you actually do the math, crunch the numbers, you'll end up paying more for Godot. That's true, but the problem is they're more transparent, and there's no way you could exploit. No, it's all about trust, you know what I mean? It's not the pricing model change that bothered me, it was more like the way, like, it was... I'm sorry. Ah. They say music helps you focus, but it's not even close to what it's doing to me. Alright, this seems to be well commented now. Pretty sure. Let's just check everything else to make sure. That looks good, that looks good. That looks good. Okay, that doesn't need a lot of commenting, but you know what? It's all good. Wait, maybe it does. Maybe these are like ancient. Handle gamepad, assuming blah blah blah. Okay, so that looks like it's commented. Alright, I feel like the only thing we really need to do is just comment these. Just add some like descriptions as to what's going on up here. Reading commented code is way easier than reading non-commented code, especially if you haven't looked at it for a while. That's just my personal opinion here. I'm just adding my 2 cents to the commentary. No pun intended. Okay. We're not really using the new input system, look input anywhere. That's like, I don't even know why that's even in there, to be honest with you. Get rid of this. Oh yeah, shameless plug. Definitely check my YouTube channel out. I only have like 22 subs, but if you want to like, all my VODs will go on there. So if you're watching, so all my VODs are, I just export them all on my YouTube channel. So that's the whole point of having a YouTube channel. Honestly, is just to post your VODs there for free. I don't know if Twitch lets you keep them. If anyone's watching in the future and you made it this far, let me know. Okay, so I think this is like well commented. We don't really need this. I don't know why that's in there. We don't need these. We don't need this either. Like none of this really matters at all. Okay, so if you guys are struggling with anything in here, YouTube is your best friend, or even generative AI. Actually, YouTube is better because like it's, for some odd reason, generative AI is known to hallucinate, even if you do give it like one-to-one right, like the precise instructions, because it might, like Codium, as you mentioned earlier, if you're watching this, what's it called? Codium? Yeah, Codium. Codium might be better, but even, I don't know, I feel like maybe that could help, I don't know. Well, yeah, you'll have to let me know. Okay. Let's continue. So player controller is good. Okay, so we're good there. Okay, so this doesn't even exist in here, so we could just get rid of it entirely. Actually, what we should do is comment it out, and you know, if it causes issues down here, or sometimes even let's comment out, save. If it gives us trouble in here, which it doesn't seem like it is, but let it compile. And if it gives us trouble, like if there's error messages here, then yeah, obviously it's being used somewhere. So clearly we don't want to do that. So I don't think it's being used anywhere. So we could just get rid of it. Because we're already handling the shooting logic elsewhere. I don't really think I have anything set up to, like, with the new input system to facilitate transferring weapons, to facilitate switching weapons yet. I'm sure I will eventually, but definitely might not be today. Alright, we're good with this. Let's look at another. I feel like there's no particular order, because all we're doing here is just looking at the classes and seeing how they all work and stuff. I would like to organize this though. I'll say that for sure. Audio manager, let's look at that one. Let's actually like start here. So let's first comment this stuff here. Doesn't really look like that big of a class, so what I'll do is I'll just copy all this stuff here and ask it to document it. Please document. Please add documentation to this. Because pasting the whole script, I guess, works, but the thing is, it doesn't like, it only gives you like, it usually abbreviates, and you have to like go in and copy things one by one. But what works with me is giving it pieces, and then it'll give you the entire code with comments. It's a lot easier just copying things in. I mean, it's way more productive. When I say easy, I mean more productive. Like, I don't mean like a shortcut. But sometimes, I mean, shortcuts aren't inherently bad. They have like a bad reputation, a bad rep. Okay, I feel like this is better. and just doing like one line at a time. Okay. This looks good. I guess we'll just leave that there. Boss bullet. Alright, this one needs to be documented. I'll just delegate all that to ChatGPT. Yeah, let it do its thing. Sometimes it's like bursts. You can't like tell it to do everything for you. It's one thing I learned the hard way. Okay, I think it's ready. That looks good. Direction the bullet will move towards. It initializes the bullet's trajectory upon creation. Okay, so pretty much all that stuff is good. So now we actually have like more context as to actually like what's going on. So I'm happy about that. Where is it even getting handle shooting from? Boss action. No, no, no. It's not what I want you to do. No, just... restructure it. Just document it. Yeah, like sometimes it tends to restructure your code, and I don't want that. So you gotta like... The nice thing about NPCs is that you don't have to worry about setting up like input sequences because, you know, they're AI. They don't have to like do anything extra. My personal opinion. It's just what I'm getting out of this, really. You know. Wait a sec. Laws, actions, blah 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 blah. Why did I get rid of the header, dude? I don't want you to get rid of the headers. Alright, well, I guess we have to do this the hard way. We'll just frickin' copy over these. Yeah, whatever, we'll just, how does that look good? I don't know why I got rid of the header. Maybe that shouldn't really be in there. We're just serializing it, so maybe it doesn't matter that much, but... Huh, okay. Whatever. We're rolling along. Alright, so let's close these out because we're already done with these. Let's go to the next one. The next one is breakables. Is it done? Let me actually make sure some of the original stuff is in here, because sometimes it removes it. It doesn't really remove it, it just moves it to a different place. And the behavior changes completely. Like, it doesn't seem to understand, like, hey, I asked you to, like, comment it, not rewrite it. Like, what the hell, man? And I specifically say, just document it. How does this look? I think this is fine. Let's just make sure, because sometimes like what happens is in your Unity project, what'll end up happening is that you'll get errors when you copy in code from AI, and that's how you know something's like broken. Alright, let's do this one next. You know, it'd be nice if you don't have to like constantly be on that tab that it's doing stuff in, and so like when it's done, it sends you like a notification that hey, your task is executed, and all you gotta do is just go in and copy your stuff in. And yeah, I feel like it's way nicer in my personal opinion. Alright, so as always, let's just go in here, make sure nothing's broken. I mean, no pun intended, because the class is literally called Broken Pieces. And breakables, we've already done. Okay, so how many have we done so far? We've done all these. Camera controller needs to be documented next. Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. I don't really have a Cinemachine, but I do have like a camera controller that I use. That I'm like currently documenting. .66, we're on track 14, and there's like 66 total tracks. We're just having fun here, you know? We're just having fun, right? You know what? There's one thing I actually need here. It's a be right back stream. That's what I actually need, like a be right back. So if I ever need to like step away for any reason. But that's like streaming, it's not really game dev though, is it? I feel like this is pretty important. I don't know if it will be like select. Well, actually, yeah, I do want to add more characters, but so we'll keep this in here. There's certain things that we're not going to delete everything right today, but this is just like for more organizational purposes, if that makes sense. I know this is like boring, but it has to be done. Alright, we're good here. Let's continue seeing what else we can document. Okay, so character controller, is this character, no, I'm sorry, is this character selector? Character select manager, rather. We haven't broke anything yet, so that's a pretty good sign. So I'm happy about that at least. How come a lot of streamers don't use a headset with a built-in mic? They just use like a microphone. I know the audio quality sounds a bit different, but I feel like it's gonna sound... I feel like my voice is just that way, you know, nasally. Like, I don't know. No one has ever pointed that out to me. So I don't really have like an external mic, I just have this. Which is more for gaming, but there's another game developer streamer who follows me. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at remembering names, but what he said is he knows people who can't do anything when they're not streaming. I feel like that's sort of a good mindset to get into, you know, because it actually forces you to stay productive. That's why I like doing this. I keep repeating the same thing. I feel like I said this before. I'm losing my mind. Kidding. I'm still me, for the most part. No, I'm sorry. Please document. Alright, we're gonna let a dude sing. Just watch a dude sing. What even is this? Character tracker? We'll know for sure. Okay, so... this part is like the least one. Like documentation in general is like not that fun. But what is fun is watching AI do it. It's not fun when I do it, but it's fun watching AI do it. That's fun. I swear to God, we rely so much on this. It's just imagine what'll happen if this just suddenly disappears. Oh my God, that will be like a calamity. I don't even want to think about it. I mean, look at the quality here, man. Okay, so we're almost there. Much we're not even close to finished. We still have to like document all this stuff. I'm pretty sure I went through some of these scripts earlier when I was working through this course and actually like documented them. I like trap. It's my favorite genre. Just saying. Alright, let's see what else we got here. So we got coin pickup, that's good. Now let's do damage player. Let's make sure we copy the whole class. I'm on another screen right now, so I'll see if you're chatting, I'll see what you're saying in a sec, which, okay. My core assumption is that there will be viewers watching this. So by the time this is like recording, this is being live streamed. Alright, so this is let's just make sure, because sometimes what happens is we tend to make mistakes. It gives us like bad code. And we'll just keep working through it and then not realize we have an error, so. But that's not the case here, so that's good. Got lucky. Okay, so we got enemy controller. Let's like move this stuff here. Let's get rid of all that extra space. I don't know why it was even there in the first place. It doesn't seem to like headers for some reason. The problem, okay, so here's the thing. The problem with Bing AI, I don't know why I'm talking about this, but the problem with Bing AI is it has a character limit. And you can only send like 30 messages a second. Maybe that's extended, but I don't like that limit. ChatGPT apparently does not have a limit. And this is just for like general use too. It's not necessarily specific to coding. So the project I'm working on now is really a mix between a project I built in a course, a Udemy course by Games Plus James or James Doyle. Hold on a sec. Let me copy this entire thing. I don't have a movement direction. Why not? Bro. What did I even give this thing? It completely omitted certain things. Did it really? Handle movement. Let me see where it is. Bro, did I copy the wrong thing? You know what? This is fine. I'm just gonna leave this one alone. Actually, wait. This is the class I wanted to document. I don't think it gave me the right documentation. Because it seemed to have documented an earlier thing I was trying to document. It said document like 6 times in the same sentence. Goddamn. So where's it getting some of these classes? You know? So I had issues with this one. So I might have to like do like one function at a time. Because it doesn't seem to like understand that this is a completely different class. Bro. I don't even want it to like rewrite anything. What is it doing? Okay, so this is our update method. Yo. Do I seriously have to tell it to like not rewrite anything? Don't try, just give me the documentation, leave everything intact. Because it's not even doing that right. Hold on. Well, the documentation is fine. Please do not restructure. Just give me the exact code as I presented, but just document it. And let's actually see if it does the right thing. Don't worry, we'll go through all this stuff just to make sure. I just want to make sure that, you know, if there's something I can't explain, I'll at least have like an explanation of what it does. It's been like a month since I even looked at this. Imagine that. Wow, we've been live for like 2 hours. I mean, I had longer streams. I stream longer, but the key for streaming longer for me is just like not talking, and that's like really a way of conserving energy. But the problem with that is like the reason why people watch people stream is so that they can build sort of a community. So there is definitely a drawback. I don't know, like it seems like silent streams don't do as well. Why? I don't know why that is. Okay. I think the class is done. Let me actually like frickin'. Alright, let's actually see if this did exactly what I asked it to. And yeah, looks like it did. Let's just make sure it didn't delete anything, and it didn't. So that's good. So that's already set. Okay, so now we were looking at this earlier, but let's just stay consistent and add documentation to it. It takes me like an hour to get through like 1 cup of iced coffee. But in my defense, these are pretty big. Oh, did we just document this already? I feel like we did, but this is definitely like a better way of documenting. Just give it the whole file and then let it run its course, and then bam, you already have like a fully documented script. Okay, I feel like that's good. See, this is the mundane stuff I'm talking about that I genuinely don't enjoy. But it is, like I said, it is really important. Especially if you're gonna, like, expand the code base. So after like, okay, so after we finish documenting everything, I'm gonna like take a small break and then we're gonna come back and play some Fallout 4. And really I'm just gonna do a bunch of random stuff. I'm not actually gonna follow a specific storyline. I think this is done. Who knows how long that'll actually take though. The reason I'm playing Fallout 4 is because I like the Amazon series. I do. I thought they did a really good job. I usually don't praise TV shows. Like, I dislike the Halo show. I mean, that's not necessarily true. I liked it because it was basically Mass Effect, and I'm a huge Mass Effect fan. So I liked it because it was basically like the structure of the story, the plot, and everything like that. It's modeled after Mass Effect. But they used Halo characters. Like, I'm not the only one who believes this. There's actually like an article on this, and it sort of validated it. And you know, it kind of like, if you actually like follow the similarities of the first Mass Effect game, I'm not gonna get into too many details because of spoilers, but if you played Mass Effect, you'll definitely know what I'm the first one. And if you follow it through and through, because think about it, it's like squad-based combat. Halo isn't. It is. Halo is, but like it's. Halo Reach is definitely squad based. Actually, no. The squads have like your. I mean, Halo Reach. The problem with Halo. It's not really a problem. The thing with Halo Reach is you just have ally NPCs just aiding you in battle. But in Halo, that's all. Like, you can't give them commands or anything. You know. But in Halo, what's it called? Halo something. But in Halo, but in Mass Effect, it's like Mass Effect Andromeda. Let's not talk about Mass Effect Andromeda. In the original trilogy, it's a squad-based game, so that's what I liked. But the Halo TV show was more like that. It plays more like an RPG. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not play. It feels more like an RPG, but Halo's not really an RPG. It's a first-person shooter. I mean, I'm generally not that big of a Halo nerd. I know the lore, but it didn't have the same, like, it didn't pull me in like Mass Effect did. Mass Effect, I know like literally everything. I mean, if you ask me something about it, I'll be able to tell you. If they're gonna hypothetically make a Mass Effect TV show, I would love to direct it. Because I would actually like know a lot of the first thing I would do is I would like everyone has to play through the original trilogy. Like, that's a must. and I would like provide everyone Steam decks, because I know like, so if I'm gonna require, wait, what am I saying here? If I'm gonna direct a Mass Effect TV show, everyone has to play the original trilogy, like no ifs, ands, or buts. Just like so that you actually at least have, I mean, if you're not a Mass Effect fan to begin with. Because you have to be, like, that's the thing, like, who's the character who played Lucy in the Fallout show? I'm blanking on the actress's name. She also played Jinx in, League of Legends, so she has experience in, well, she was a voice actor because it's not live action, but Arcane was a, Arcane. What's it called? Arcane. It was CGI, but she was a voice actor for Jinx. So she has experience in video games. Like, so she played through like Fallout before, and so she actually understood the world. See, that's the thing. That's what I want. That's the motivation behind like forcing your cast to play the games. Because then why are you even like auditioning, you know? But again, I don't know anything about making TV shows, so I'm probably not even qualified for it. So. I haven't really finished watching Arcane. That's another topic that I haven't really... I'll probably watch it eventually. I know they're doing a season 2, but it's probably not... See, the problem with TV shows is they get cancelled. It's either a hard cancel, they just announce it out of nowhere, or they just cancel it without saying a word. I just realized I had these commented, so that's what I was talking about earlier. So what am I gonna do here? I'm just gonna like copy this class and hope that it can actually do what I asked it to do. Okay, I really hope that means like it's not gonna like alter anything, because I don't want it to do that. I'm not actually like writing anything, I'm just like asking AI to like document it for me. So that we can actually like start diving in and adding the stuff we want in there. By the way, like this is like super early. Like I'm not going to use these, well I'm going to use this sprite pack, but I'm not going to use the character pack. So if anyone has, you know, if anyone has like a link to a character pack and a weapon, and like if anyone can recommend a good asset pack for science fiction, either on itch.io or, you know, you have like a custom made asset, yeah, hit me up, we'll talk. Come to think of it, maybe I could use an environmental pack too, because I do want to give this a nice sci-fi sort of vibe. Alright, why is it not doing anything? Do I have to go in here and do all this myself? Are you kidding me? Oy. I feel like I'll save this one last, because I'm probably not going to do any level generation. Because I'm going to like handcraft pretty much everything. I know that's tedious, but you know what? It makes it feel more personal. Procedural levels aren't really that well received. I feel like, I mean, I guess they can be, but they kind of get boring after a while. Sorry. There are a lot of good games that I follow this group on Facebook called Indie Games. Actually, the group is actually called Indie Dev Games. Okay. Okay, what are we doing here? My GPT-4 broke. Continue, dude. Are you serious? Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna like document this class specifically. We're gonna have to like go through and just do it line by line. Okay, so yeah, I feel like we're just gonna have to like do this one by one. Because this class is way too big. Let's archive that. Let me open a text file because it's gonna get super tedious. Let's do VS Code. I feel like this is a good text editor. Hold on. The editor, hold on, what does it say? The editor cannot open the file because it's not found yet. I don't care about that. Let's do a new text file so you know exactly like file save as. Like I said, I never use VS Code, so that's why my editor looks like it's the default. What should we do? Let's do like a TXT file, because that's like what, plain text? Where even is it? Okay, plain text I guess is fine. What is it? I'm having a brain fart. I'll show you. Okay, I feel like this is good because I can actually show you like what I'm doing. So this part will stay the same. And what I'll do is I'll just like highlight segments that I want commented, so I don't have to like keep writing the same thing over and over. Okay. Realistically, we could just like copy all this. It's probably the best way to do it. Okay, so let's just make sure the last one is the prefab of rooms, which it is. Like I said, I don't know if I'll ever be using this specifically, but as far as like, you know, want to know the secret to prompt engineering? Create a text file, write a prompt for what you want it to do at all times. Just don't even edit that part, just don't even edit this, and then just like, the only thing that really changes is like what you put here. So this is like your header. Did I seriously use up all my limits? Are you serious? Okay, so I guess GPT 3.5 is okay for now, but alright, let's do it for here as well. This is a pretty long function, so I feel like no wonder I couldn't finish it. Why is it like failing? You know what? I just need this. So I'm not gonna like, so this is probably where it was like falling flat, because there's still a lot of stuff here. Yeah, it like cuts down. So I think I'm just gonna like, yeah, I think I'll just comment the docs header, because we don't really need to know what happens in here, because we can easily like figure it out. You know? So that's good. So you got that, which is what I wanted initially. Now let's start here. You know what? We'll probably like do the same exact thing. So let's just copy all this stuff here. You gotta be like super clear with your prompts. You reach the cap of GP, and you can use the default model. Use default model, yeah. Okay, listening to music while streaming is good. I don't care what anyone says, it's actually really good. Alright, let's change this. We're not changing anything in the code, we're just like pasting and copying, you know? Let's go back to the top, make sure nothing major broke. Looks like everything else is the same, like it didn't, because I specifically asked it, hey, don't change anything. It's a good response, why not? Let's move a little this way. Because I feel like my face is sort of cutting out. Okay, so now let's do this one here. And let's delete this. We'll save. So the question is the, okay, so that's how it looks right now, right? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna want to change. We don't really need to do this. This is like, if on debugging mode, but I feel like I still haven't decided if I wanted to generate rooms or not. I feel like that's way too complex for a starter project. Because remember, I'm still like a beginner. I'm not like a pro. Even though it might seem like I am. I mean, I know how to program. That I'm a pro at, but like game development, it's something I'm new with. Even though I've been like doing it for like 2 years, well, a year and a half really. Will I get there eventually? Sure, but it takes like, it's like consistency, you know what I mean? And knowing your tools and how to effectively use them. Like after my first game, pretty sure I'll get significantly better because I'll know how to incorporate feedback. This is why I'm streaming this. Not only is it like a good productivity booster, but it's like, it's also good for like, actually, no, I said that backwards. Not only is it good for views, it's also a good productivity booster. It's also good for feedback. I don't even know where I'm going with that, honestly. I messed that up. Okay, so the reason I stopped streaming 5 years ago, and this is kind of leading me to my next point, next discussion really, my stamina is like not that great. You know what I mean? I just burn through. Like sitting at a desk for a long time is tiring. I feel like that sort of gets better too after a while. Okay, so what did I say I was gonna do? It feels like we documented a bunch of files, but in reality we only like did we document this one? Yeah, we did. We definitely did. Okay, so we wanna, this is our last one we're documenting. It's a pretty big file, so no wonder I wasn't able to do it. Write your prompt once. Like, this is actually the prompt, but then what you provide here is variable. So in a sense, it is sort of like programming. The people who keep saying like AI is going to take your job and all that stuff, it's not even true because they don't even use AI for coding. Like, give me a break. It's all like hyper sensational stuff. Okay, so I feel like this is good. I feel like this file is like small enough for it to like not freeze, because that's kind of what happened earlier. Okay, so now we can actually like copy this in. 3.5 is pretty fast. But unless you specify exactly what you want, it's not as accurate. That's the vibe I'm getting here. Okay, so let's continue this. Got the main menu screen. Let's document that. We're almost done. See, game development takes forever. Not joking. Just make sure we don't overwrite this, because kind of counterproductive. Wait, what happened? What did I do? Oh, it's just I meant to save, but apparently I hit something else. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, that's good. Player bullet. Alright, so now let's set this up here. If you don't live stream your game development, what are you even doing? It's like game development is more than just developing it. It's like communication, marketing. The process is actually what's fun. You know? Why did it freeze? What is it doing? Are you kidding me? Why did it do that, dude? You got. Are you? Okay, I feel like I'm just gonna like copy segments here. We'll start with the update. Actually, we'll start up here. We'll do this one first. It glitched out. Sometimes it does that. It's really annoying. Okay, so obviously having everything as public objects is not sustainable. So this is not a final draft by any means. So you should never make your stuff public unless... Oh, hold on. Did I copy this wrong? Trying to think here. Oh, I'll just like copy all this just so that I don't miss anything. Where's the hit effect? Oh, but I also have like the damage to give, so I'll just like... I swear to God, these variables are named really oddly. Not... Alright, I'm just gonna like do this manually because it seemed to like have frozen. Yeah, let's copy this. We can actually copy entire functions and stuff. This one is like... Okay, so it doesn't look like we're really... Maybe we are, I don't know, I haven't seen anything. True. Wait, hold on. What happened? On became invisible, so this is where it ends. Sorry, this is where it like didn't finish, and I have to like copy it twice, which I didn't really want to do. It seems to have like problems. That's what I learned from here. It seems to have like problems, like. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I feel like this we already did, so I'm just gonna... Because this is the one I know the best, because let's be honest here. Why does it keep doing that, dude? Oh wait, no. Player health controllers, like what I'm doing next. Just make sure I didn't mess anything up in here, which I didn't. When you hit Control S on the browser, it like saves your stuff, which I don't want. Like, what exactly does it save? A website? I accidentally hit Control S on the wrong screen. I wanted to hit it on here, so I'll just do this. It's easier. Wait, what did I do? No, don't regenerate it. What are you doing? Okay, fine, regenerate it. Sorry, I'm yelling at ChatGPT because it's not doing what I asked it to. But actually, in reality, it's my fault because I clicked the wrong button. Yeah. Good co-pilot it is, though. How long have I been live? Wow. I feel like I'm getting better every day just streaming. My stamina levels like sort of going up. The music is definitely helping though, that's for sure. This will go on YouTube. I'll put it on YouTube for sure. So if you're like watching this in the future and it's already on YouTube, yeah. Promise made, promise kept. What did I do? Dude, didn't even do it. Did it? What did it even do here? Hold on. Room centers where we're at right now, so copy that. Okay. There we go. See? Let's close all these. I've got way too many tabs open. It's on purpose too. Okay. My bladder is like literally about to combust. That means I have to like use the bathroom. But I want to finish this, so I think I'll just finish this. We're not that far. We're not that far away from the last file. I want to get this done though, because this is super important. It's often underlooked. We're not far off from completion is what I was trying to say. Alright, how are we doing here? Okay, so far we're... What did we just do? Shop item. Okay, good. That looks good. What about here? Splatter fade. Okay, let's do that one next. So all this is tested, it works. But as far as like knowing how it works for, you know, if you're like reading this in the future, doesn't work there, but it does work because it's part of a course, and you know, if it didn't work then, I would have fixed it or complained, and someone would have answered my question. That's how Udemy courses work, guys. Complain. I'll be honest with you, Games Plus James or James Doyle, friggin' hell, hold on. Wrong file. He doesn't really like answer questions directly, but, and he doesn't have any like TAs, so that's the only issue with this course, but other than that, he's not a bad instructor. He does things a little haphazardly, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. He tends to keep it simple. It's like Brackeys, right? Brackeys also uses public variables, but that's, and he made it specifically clear that yeah, this is fine for game jam games, but once your project grows, that's where you have to like start making optimizations. I was literally reading this the other day on Reddit. Hold on. I gotta pee so bad. My bladder's literally distracting me. I think I'm just gonna stop after this. Ah! Wait, why did that happen? Oh. Sometimes it doesn't copy. It's like no matter what computer I'm on, it always does that. Maybe I'm not hitting it hard enough? Who knows? Alright, we're almost near the finish line. Let's power through this. Oh, come on, don't fail on me now, dude. Oh, I hate this. Alright, fine. We'll do it your way. So what it did, what I'm complaining about specifically, is it... Ah, no. Wrong file. It did that. Then now we gotta do this. And now it had a bunch of white space, which for some odd reason it didn't seem to like that. Okay, so we're gonna rewrite the... We're gonna rewrite the awake. Nah, I'll just leave that one alone. We'll rewrite the start method for sure, because that's the one that needs to be more documented. What does this do? Oh, this is... Oh, of course, this is the one I created on my own. Not to pat myself on the back too hard. Give myself, like, chronic back pain as I get older. Oh my god. Bro, come on. We're almost there. Victory. This music is popping. I do like this playlist. I'm gonna use it for every stream now. So at the very end of this, we're gonna like test it out to make sure it works. So I didn't break anything. If I did, then oof. All this work we did. All I did was just added doc strings. And when I noticed there was something odd about it, then, like when I noticed errors, then I backtracked. So I'm pretty sure I was careful. Okay. Oh man, so it was like we reached the end of the line. Well, we still have to test this, so we're not quite done there. Okay. Ow. Bladders, like, ugh, out of control. Alright, you know what? Let's do it. Let's test it, make sure nothing's broken. I don't think anything is, but it's always good to check. What? My input not working? What happened? Are you kidding me here? Did I break it? Freaking hell, man, I broke it. Oh, I didn't break it. My Xbox controller is disabled. There we go. As you can see, the colliders are not working, so we just added that earlier randomly. Not much of an accomplishment because colliders are... Actually, we might want to make that one a bit smaller on the width. So, that's one thing I want to do. But what is my player collider? Is the collider on my... Oh, okay. I only have like one collider on here, so let's make that one a little smaller. You want the collider to be at player's feet. Let's see, there's a thing with circle colliders. Layer overrides. No. I think it's called a capsule. I think a capsule collider makes more sense, but we'll leave it for now. Now let's try it. Okay, yeah, that looks way better. Shooting still works, and yeah. Nothing is broken. We, Oh. Okay. My bad. Alright, I think we made a lot of progress. All we did was just document, but that's... Well, I didn't document anything. ChatGPT did. So, credit to ChatGPT, OpenAI, Sam Altman, shout out to you. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break, and then we'll come back and play some Fallout 4. So, yeah. Please follow me if you're not already following me on Twitch. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube. Yeah, like the video, share it, subscribe, and all that other stuff. So, see you guys later.